That's right, baby. We are back.
What up?
And back on a very special Saturday. I'm here with my homie, Late Night LeBron. What's going on, Late Night?
Doing it as usual, baby. We're good. How you doing?
Doing great, man. How are things on the West Coast on this Saturday?
Hot. The heat wave is on.
What's a hot temperature for California for you right now?
I mean, it's just regular hot. It's like 101, 103 maybe averaging on a daily now. Yeah, and that usually lasts from early August into late September. So yeah, it gets freaking, and it gets up to like sometimes like 113, 115. Yeah, so yeah, the summer days get pretty hellish out here. So a lot of indoors, you know what I mean? Or going to like a mall or something to just walk around in somebody else's air conditioning.
See, I thought it was too hot over here in Jersey. So the way fall works in New Jersey is that we think it's fall, but really it's summer for like another 6 weeks. And then we get like 2 days of fall and then we go directly into winter. So that's typically how it goes here. So right now we're in continued summer right now, I would say.
Mm-hmm. I was actually surprised in the last 3 years or whatnot that I've been to New Jersey in November. I always expected like to walk into like snowfall, but the weather's been absolutely beautiful every year that we've been there. It's been in like the 60s, almost 70s. It's like, what? Is this really New Jersey? Like, I guess I'm just not used to the weather over there, how the weather patterns work.
Yeah, 2 years ago we actually were in the 70s. We've had some really mild winters here in New Jersey recently. And I don't know. I guess it'll sort of be more of the same, but that's great for LegionsCon coming up.
Yes, absolutely.
Going on 10 weeks now? 10 weeks?
Don't say it.
Yeah.
You're going to stress all of us the fuck out.
You guys will notice that the third member of the crew, Ryan Gonzalez Rygon, not here. He and Amber are at another function, which I won't totally mention yet. I don't know if I can mention it or not. They're at a special function for somebody who we all know and love. Well, we'll mention that later. Ryan, you can give me the heads up because he is in the chat if it's okay to say what it is. First of all, thank you very much to everybody who's hopping in the chat to hang out with us today on a Saturday. We have, we're going to talk about whatever comes up, but the driving force here today is going to be RetroCon, a toy and pop culture convention, which happens in Pennsylvania next week, next Saturday and Sunday. And we wanted to do like a full preview of the convention. And we wanted to bring on a couple of very special guests who are going to be vending and playing huge parts at the convention. First up, representing the Kings Under the Mountain and the Toy Forge, bringing to the stage Anthony Houseal. How are you, my friend?
Let's go, baby.
What's going on, fellas? How are we?
What's going on, man? How's your Saturday?
RetroCon season. I love it.
RetroCon season is underway. Are you all prepared? Are you ready to pack up the truck and go?
I actually think I have majority of my stuff unpacked or loaded up, unpacked out of everything. Normally, at the end of LegionsCon, I tuck it all away and find all the little nooks and crannies, every little spot that I could find, and start pulling it all out. This is like the equivalent of the road to WrestleMania, where this is a Royal Rumble for us. So got to pull it all out, get it all ready, because now it'll all be sitting out in the family room because we'll have to do this show, and then I'll leave it all out and be ready to go to repack the vehicle to go back up again to New Jersey for LegionsCon. So I'm excited. This is, with the exception of LegionsCon, this is probably one of my favorite shows of the year. It's local to me. It's 12 minutes away from my house. So
nice.
I can't beat that. We typically have some sort of a presence in my home with this show. So we'll have people hang out or whatever. So this is a homecoming of sorts. So I'm ready for it. So let's fucking go. Right?
Note to self, stay with the Houseals for RetroCon next year. Yes. Okay.
Ready to go. Chocolates on the bed and everything, baby.
I hope so, bro. I hope so.
What about the little swans? Do you make the swans with the hand towels or no?
We're working on that. We did monkeys before. We're doing elephants. We'll do the swans.
Nice.
We did Monkey Kings for for Figure Obscura. So maybe to see what the Obscura is this year. Maybe we'll do Headless Horseman's easy. It's only like 3/4 of a character.
Right.
Yeah, you don't even have to do the head. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, and we have another special guest joining us, and he is indeed a very, very special guest because RetroCon has an alternate name this year. I don't know if you've heard of this. Have you heard of this? AKA
I've heard of it.
JesseCon, being called JesseCon. And in celebration of that, let's bring out Mr. JesseCon himself, the guy who actually came up with the whole idea. So he was like, you know what? I want to put myself in the forefront. This is really about me and what I can bring to the community. So I want to do JesseCon. I think almost word for word, that's what he said. Isn't that right, Jesse?
You're making me out to be a little more well-spoken, I think, than I actually am.
No, Jesse, we're all in the same chat. I saw your words were, "This is JesseCon. I'm taking full credit for this." Yeah, it was there. It's in print.
And something to the effect of, if you don't like it, take a long walk off a short dock. I don't care. I don't care. It's JesseCon.
Yeah.
Take your freak flag.
And then there was hand gestures. It was like this too. Hey.
That's right.
All right, but
did I do that right?
I think you did do it.
I think you were doing Ubi.
I don't.
But all right, we got
Awkward
Anthony.
Swan.
We got Jesse. A lot of Swan references already so far. But real quick, wanted to say hi. There's a bunch of people that already hopped in the chat with us. We had Curtis Ackerman, Legion's Ladies, Jose Torres, Rob Zamora, Amber Gonzalez, Ryan Gonzalez, Allison Troy is in the house. Sorry, I lost my cursor. Allison Troy in the house. Santos Rivera.
Oh, Pop.
Tanya McCoy. 1-6 Shooter in the house. J Mac, El Tidy, Michael Morales, Dorclair. See, I combined Bill and Dorclair together to form Borclair. False Fall, Joe Gonzalez, Wholesome Warlock. And again, the RetroCon festivities, I understand, continue tonight, 9:00 on Purple Gang Gang. I understand that Len LaGuardia will be making an appearance. My guess is probably more than one version is my guess. I don't know. No insider information. Anthony, you going to parachute into Purple Gang Gang too, or what's going on with that?
Stay tuned. Never know what's going to happen. Anything can happen in the Purple Gang Gang world.
That's right, Bill. That's right. Jesse was, it's all about me. It's all about Jesse.
Well, now I want the Swedish chef to start his own YouTube channel called The Borclair.
We can possibly make that happen. All right, so we are going to do a giveaway later today as well. But here's the thing. We got a lot to get to. We have a lot to get to. So I want to kind of just get started here, if it's all right with you guys.
Yeah,
let's go.
So again, RetroCon is going to be the main topic. We're going to hit a few other things just to kind of intro the show. But it is the race to RetroCon. And just to set that up, that's the convention that's in Oaks, Pennsylvania, Greater Expo Center, September 7th and 8th. Next weekend, we're all going to be there. It's going to be very cool. But first up, just to kind of intro the show, I want to remind everyone that the Ox Crew, Cosmic Legions, Harrow Zone pre-orders, the direct pre-orders from Four Horsemen Studios, close tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 11 p.m. is the cutoff date to get your pre-orders in for the best prices you're going to get on these figures at any time, especially in light of some news we sort of got this week. that the sort of the show prices and the retailer prices are going to be kind of getting a lot closer going into the future. So one of the effects of that, I think, is that the direct pre-orders are going to be significantly the best prices you're going to get. So did you guys put in any Ox Crew Book 2 pre-orders yet?
I did.
Yeah. Yep.
I did. Figured
I did not through them directly. I'm going through a vendor.
Yeah, I picked the ones that I want, like my top I need right away. And then the rest of them, obviously, because of our locale, grab between shows or local retailers.
Yep. Yeah, I cherry picked a few, and yeah, I'll leave the rest for later if I want or need them. Space is always getting more and more part of that that equation for sure.
Space is in size, or space is in like the final frontier?
Space is in size.
Sorry.
That's all good.
Well, at some point, Space the Final Frontier will come into play as well.
Exactly.
I haven't put in my order yet, so I'm not totally sure. I still might go an all in. If I cherry pick, I know I've got to have Cog. Gotta get a Cog. And gotta get the new Viblian Agcha, if I'm saying the name correctly. Also, this is a reminder. I did do a quick little article kind of review, like going over the whole wave that's on the Geek Dad Life website right now. So you can check that out, front page of the website. If you want a little more info, if you're not familiar with the wave, check it out. And then there's links there to Source Horseman to get some more of the lore, some more of the photos. And again, the pre-order is live on storehorseman.com. Excellent. Any other thoughts on the Harrow Zone?
And there's not really a stinker in the wave. I mean, there's a lot of great parts. I mean, and even the reuse of mythic parts, you know, to dip into Crossing the Streams to grab some stuff over there. I mean, it was a great mix of parts and pieces. I'm a sucker for soft goods. I loved how they utilized them and made them work for this. And all the figures work well with or without the soft goods. So I'm all about it. And like Curtis is a big fan of the Tusk soldiers. As long as there is a Tusk-like soldier in every wave, I will be a happy camper.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we got right here. This is the Halor Kryn. I'm not sure if I'm saying the name correctly, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens when they actually get in hand. Like I said, my favorite of the wave is Cog. He's the big giant simian character with the blues and oranges.
Yeah.
I do love the soft goods that you get with Kryn and Jabora Key. The Viblian, I absolutely love him. He looks like, I can't wait to see all the shark customs that get made with that guy. But yeah, I'm pumped up about it. That's it. Ox Crew Book 2 pre-order ends tomorrow night. Just real quick, totally random. I saw this pop up on my socials. 1/6 scale Ghostbusters from Star Ace, which is a company I'm not familiar with. I don't know if anybody has heard of them before. But they've got a Venkman and a Winston coming out. I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. I thought they looked really, really cool. Some light up effects, lots of great accessories. But again, 1/6 scale, so big and super expensive, $285 each.
Have they done anything else before that we've seen or heard from?
Yeah, I've never heard of Star Ace before. Oh,
so one of the
take it from the 1/6 master right there.
Yeah.
So 1/6 shooter says Star Ace is horrible. So there we go. This sounds like this picture might be the last time you see it on the show.
Trevor will not steer you wrong. Trust me.
Okay, so I had never heard of Star Ace before, but
probably good reason.
Yeah, probably for good reason. So I guess I'll skip these. Although it does kind of remind me, I still sort of in the back of my mind have still wanted to get that Mezco set that came out a few years ago. They did a set of all 4 Ghostbusters. So I'd still like to get my hands on that set at some point.
I definitely dig my who was it that put was it Hasbro or Mattel that put that Ghostbuster set out a while back?
The Plasma series?
Yeah, I think
with
it was
1/12 scale.
Yeah,
with all the Build-A-Figure parts.
Yeah, I have that set, and they're fantastic. I mean, for a small little Ghostbusters display, and then I have the Jada Toys Ecto one, and yeah, it's a great little display with it. And I don't know where I got it from, but I actually have one of those proton packs. It's like a 1/6 scale size proton pack, so I have that like on display with it. It's kind of cool.
Cool.
Little added feature,
Yeah, I have that the Plasma Series too. So I have the 4 Ghostbusters, Gozer the Gozerian, and then I think the Terror Dog was the Build-A-Figure, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the reception to them was all that great, but I think the set looks really cool together. I like them a lot too.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, for $20 figures, I think they look pretty damn good.
I think they ran into a problem with oversaturation of just figures and waves and lines out at the time. Mm-hmm. If that had come out maybe a few years previous, that would have been a huge hit. But between Classifieds that was out, Turtles that are out, Motu with all the Revelation stuff that's out, it just it's becoming harder and harder to really try to dive into something like that and stick with it. So mm-hmm. and the competition for what's on the shelves is just worse every day. It seems. I was at a Target today and walked in and out, and it was just it was just too much for me. It was like there's nothing here because there's just crap on the shelves because they just can't decide what they want to put out there now.
Yeah, there's a lot of dog shit out there, real bad.
All right, so that was that. That fills it out pretty quickly. Also, real quick, this popped up this week. Again, Bill from the Dork Lair, his first full paint custom in a while, he said, is a Purple Gang tribute with a really, really cool robot rabbit head that was on there. And yeah, it's just purple after purple after purple. The people can't get enough. But I thought this looked really cool, and I just wanted to throw it out there to see if anybody had any thoughts on it.
Good job.
He needs to stay in his lane.
Exactly.
I think it's freaking awesome. I've been waiting for them to do a full purple Tusk build. So when I saw this pop up, I was like, well, now I know what it looks like. It's awesome. That head is really cool too.
Yeah, badass.
So when they do a purple build, which obviously eventually they will, what do you think the specialty will be?
Well, we got gunners.
Because we've gotten gunners, we've gotten like we've got Sligor, with the blue. Because the blue is I'm a sucker for everything blue, so he tends to be my favorite of the way that the Tusks are laid out. And you got the red pilots and the white science officers. So what do you think purple would be for space or for cosmic?
What about like a mad scientist? Like mad rogue scientist?
Yeah.
That or like a pilot.
Well,
I was thinking like Imperial, not Imperial Guard, because Tusk isn't Empire-y, but like, maybe guardians of like the higher ups in the Tusk organization.
What if we went the other way? So like Purple Gang's, one of their logos is the burning porta potty. What if they're sanitation?
Hey, there you go.
Maybe in a soft cannon. Cannon.
Does that mean we're getting townsfolk in Cosmic?
I mean, there's enough alien heads. You could just have, you could create townsfolk, and they're all just in generic spacesuits, I guess, maybe.
That's the thing. Somebody should just do like a cafeteria diorama, right? Where you have like everybody that's at work is just having dinner. You got like, like the janitors, you've got like the office people, but they're all like aliens. What do you think?
Yeah.
That sounds like a cantina scene to me.
Now I want like the trash can on wheels with the 1/6 Bork. With the I want a trash can on wheels with like the mop and the car and the broom sticking out of it, so you can just kind of push it around.
Yeah. Speaking of which, too, that Bill named it too. I forget what the words were, but the acronym formed HAIR. No, it was HAIR.
Okay. Yeah.
HAR, I think, something like that. Yeah, so that was cool. Just wanted to pop that up there. Thought it looked awesome, caught my eye, and wanted to throw it in the slideshow.
Amazing job.
Great job, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Also, we're in less than probably the last day now of the 25% Cosmic 20% off Cosmic sale at Wolf King Customs, and they are still doing bundles where you get like custom parts with that kind of go with the figure. I know I personally got an all-in of the Zaxius wave from Wolf King Customs, which was freaking awesome because it was curated. Each figure comes with its own specific custom part that's meant for it. So like you can paint it up, pop it together, and it's cool as shit. So check out Wolf King Customs. I don't know, Jesse, if you have details on this or not, but I believe that the sale ends tomorrow, I want to say. And with the code The End, you get free shipping, free domestic shipping on the bundles.
That's correct. You nail it. I don't really have anything to add to that.
Cool.
You better. It's your job, or you get fired.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, go get some awesome stuff from Wolf King. I mean, there are plenty of other vendors. We want to promote everybody, but Wolf King had no one else has these bundle deals, and I mean, the way they're priced and everything is you're getting a good deal. I've got one of the heads to show. I'll have it at RetroCon, but I'll save that for later from one of the bundle packs to show off. But yeah, it's really cool. And
Cosmic Frog. Oh, that's an interesting idea. I didn't even see that. I might have to jump on that for the night out.
Yeah. And they have Wolf King has a bunch of restocks too. So a lot of the popular heads are back in stock. So check it out. Wolf King Customs. There's some new tributes up there in the Wolf King store. If anybody is looking for some surprises, there are a couple of new tributes in there. So check it out. Wolf King Customs, 20% off, bundles, free shipping, in the lower 48. So check it out. Is this going to work? Damn it. All right. It's not going to work. Sorry. This was originally a slide that had animated video in it. That's obviously not going to work now. So wait, hold on a second. Maybe it will. No, it won't. Sorry, guys.
I felt it.
Yeah. So here, this is the part where like some boxes were going to fly in and the words pickups were going to fly in. So imagine that just happened. And this is the point where we said, any pickups this week, guys? Anybody have any pickups that they would like to show off?
Oh, crap. Called me out on the spot. No, I've been busy working, and then trying to get prep work done. So I didn't have time to get anything. Oh, wait. No, I did. I got new stuff.
Here.
I raided Jesse's local Ollie's up in Mechanicsburg. And I got myself a Howard the Duck.
Nice.
Oh, snap.
And it also came with parts for the Konshu Build-A-Figure, but pretty much thinking bath parts is great fodder parts. Maybe now I need to get that Aes figure because I can do a Cosmic Frog with some cool
robes.
Robes to go with it.
That robe, the length on that robe looks like it would be perfect for Aes.
Perfect, right?
Yeah.
And then who doesn't want a Paul Rudd head?
Exactly.
So yeah, that's pretty much all I grabbed for pickups this week. Oh, and yes, Wholesome Warlock. I do say, I got to enjoy that which is a Bojangles Bowberry biscuit this week. Nice. That is the greatest pickup, and boys, It is everything they tell you it is and more.
Nice.
I think I touched God when I bit into it. And he's on.
Hedgehog is muted.
It's
muted,
deep
bro.
what he's saying. I brought a tear to my eye too.
Jonathan, you're muted.
Still muted.
He's still
You're
muted.
muted, bro.
No, I was just speaking very softly.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't always have to shout at everyone. I was hoping to hit up a Bojangles though, because they've got these wrestling collector's cups apparently.
Yeah, I saw them there, and you were the first person I thought of, and I was like, oh, all right. So I know where it is, and I know I'll be back. Is this like a long running thing with them that they'll be there, or?
I assume it's limited, but I have no idea what the actual.
It was weird. They had the Dudley Boys as on the cups, and I was like, how old are these things?
They have like one of them was like the Heart Foundation or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like
I was
old.
Like, all right,
old
is this like an Ollie's thing where like they just like had like cups like on closeout that they just put out there, or what was going on? It was really
someone
strange.
found them in the back. They're like, dude, we need to put these out.
Yeah. Hey guys, look what I found. All right, let's put them out there.
I got to tell you guys, I was a little disappointed with my Bowberry biscuit because the one I went to didn't make it.
There's
Here we
always
go. Jesse making it all about him yet again.
Exactly.
No, I had someone brought stuff to the convention, and but the store they went to wouldn't do the Bowberry biscuits, so I just had the regular breakfast stuff, and it was great. But on the way out, we stopped at one, and like they wouldn't do it. You had to like get the biscuit and the sausage and like put it together yourself, because like they wouldn't do it in the store because it's not like an official menu item. And I guess the place we went to, like the biscuits were like flat and kind of crusty. So I'm sure they're great. I just did not get a good one. So I've yet to have the real deal.
So when I walked in there, I explained to the lady this was my first time walking into a Bojangles, and she all but held my hand and walked me through the whole process. Like it was like she was. It was sweet. Jolene was her name, and I need to shout out Jolene at the Quakertown Bojangles. She was a sweetheart of a woman. Highly recommend going back there. Tell her I sent you, because she was, for some reason, apparently people have a hard time pronouncing her name. I don't know if that's a Philadelphia thing, but Jolene, that was a thing. So
there's like a really famous song where her name is.
I know. It was a song and everything, but I walked in and they didn't have them at first. I said, you know what? She's like, we have other things. I was like, you don't understand. Like, I need to have this way. And that is it. So I will tell you what, I have a few things I need to do for work. I'm going to go off and do my thing. I'll come back. So I will come back. And when I come back, then we'll do this then. So I came back and she recognized me right away. She's like, okay, let's do this. And they were ready. They were fresh made. And yeah. So sorry. I didn't mean to bojangle this whole conversation here, but this was,
I love Anthony's description though of going in and like how like he met up with Jolene and he was like, be gentle with me and everything, like, and it basically turned into like The Graduate Part 2.
Yeah.
Right.
It was here's to you, Miss Jolene.
They're making biscuit dough like they're.
It was like it was like Ghost.
Yeah.
It was. I sat behind her, and then she let me, or she sat behind me actually, and just guided my hands while we just kneaded the dough together. It was
no shame here, no shame. We're not yucking your yum. That's fine.
Hey man, it's fine.
Yeah.
She helped me flip the patty. It was great. It was an experience.
Is that what we call it these days?
Hey man,
patty.
Look, don't judge.
Flipping the patty.
You can get surgery for that, you know. So this was I haven't even looked at this yet, but I got my very own 1/12 Jolene action figure. There you go. Right here.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, there you go.
This is the Frazetta Girls.
Yeah, never mind. I don't want to do it.
No, don't do it. Fire and Ice, Frazetta Girls, Tigra, and her cat. I don't know what her cat's name is. Shy-Tan, that's the name. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, Trevor's product photos on the back. Am I right, Trevor? Here we go.
Good stuff, man.
So cool stuff. Anybody else get the Fire and Ice Tigra? Just me?
No, I didn't get it.
I have young, impressionable kids and girls at home, and I have this thing on certain action figures really don't come home like that, and something like that typically would be at the top of my list. However, I would possibly make an exception for that one because I really do like how it turned out.
I think it looks cool, man.
Yeah, it's a great.
I can blame it on art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan just brings it home so his wife could just slut shame him.
She's going to do that anyway. First of all, I'm not ashamed. Like, I'm not ashamed anyway. But yeah, it's funny you say that. I remember, I think it was it Caulfield on the Euro Legions podcast. They were talking about this figure, and he said he would have gotten it, except he didn't want to bring it home and have it home with his kids.
Yeah,
which is fine.
It's a
bikini.
It's a human body. Some to be ashamed of, kids.
There's some 3D prints that I have the files of that I work on that they're female and they're a little busty in form, and when you're trying to clean them and prep them and everything, you're just getting a little too friendly with them, and I really try not to make too many of them because it's just super uncomfortable.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, but that's my pickup. Here we go. Eric, pickups for you. First of all, I think we're good to go on this. Let me pull this up for you, bud. Here we go. I know you wanted to share this, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So
just talk us through this.
Our good friend and creator extraordinaire, Reynolds Cruz. He's been doing a lot of great paint work and customizing work. Has been doing a lot of 3D printed sculpts for Mythic and Cosmic Legions and whatnot. And he decided to create his own little action figure series. And he's started with this series called the Galactic Brawlers Federation. To me, it's almost like it's like a wrestling team almost. But yeah, he made this little 3-pack of these kind of smoke style clear figures, and yeah, they're super cool and came in a really cool packaging. The box and stuff. I mean, he goes all out with the box and the packaging and stuff. And inside the box, where the figures actually sit, if you flip it over on the other side, it becomes a little diorama, and that's where you could put your figures on. And it's 3D printed and paintable, so you could paint it up or just leave it the way it is if you don't want to mess it up or whatever. But yeah, from what I've been told and know now, that Brian Almeida of Duarte Studios helped him get this whole diorama thing, this piece off the ground and running, and it's just a fantastic idea. It just shows the creativity and the innovation of all of our people in the community, different ideas that they could come up with, and cool little things that they can make, man. And I fully support Reynolds and the Forge collection, and just love being, right on the ground floor, watching stuff like this happen for good friends of ours, and seeing them do something that's very creative and fun to collect. And it's just a great thing. I just love it, man. And yeah, I picked one up, and these were his exclusives for the IshCon show that they did. So he had a few left, and I was hoping that he would. I was hoping he wouldn't sell out, because I definitely wanted one. So as soon as he got back home, I placed an order and grabbed one of these, and really, really stoked. And I also grabbed, if you have a picture of that, I also grabbed one of his 5-inch robots that he made, which is super, super cool, and hand painted, and the whole nine. He designed this and 3D printed it and hand painted it himself. And yeah, it's just this awesome little robot, dude. Just a cool little, no articulation or anything, just this kind of, static figure, but just an awesome figure altogether. And, for me, it's just like I said, it's a special thing to get somebody's, a piece of artwork and kind of like a one of a kind piece. And this is actually only one of two in existence. So I'm very stoked to have this guy. So very stoked. And he actually signed the bottom of it with his initial and 24 on the bottom. So that's pretty dope. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's nice. Just, it's very cool. And just so well, I mean, anybody that knows Reynolds knows this guy he just kills paint jobs, man. He just kills it every single time. So yeah, really stoked to have this, man. Really super stoked. Fun desk fig to display and have, as like I said, inspiration for you along with these galactic brawlers. I'm super stoked to have this set.
And Eric, Shane Mann from Mythic Bits did all the printing for him.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Yeah. So
they worked in conjunction with him with that.
Yeah. I know these guys all have their whole group of people.
It's quite the integrated network of guys, working together with that. Yeah. So I know there was a whole process with particular resins and things like that to try to make that work. How is the feel on those figures? How do they?
What do you mean
on the wrestlers?
On the wrestlers, they're
they have a resin. They have a rubber feel to them, or they feel more like a hardened resin.
No, it's a hardened resin. Yeah, there's no flex. There's no flex to them whatsoever. They're just a hardened resin. So it's but they feel great, man. They feel great in hand.
Great finish on them.
Oh, it's a beautiful finish in this translucent finish with like that smoke effect inside of them. It's beautiful, beautiful. Great job on these, man. Just like I said, and in most, so many cases, I mean, nobody ever, does this alone. There's always multiple people involved, designers, sculptors. Definitely give credit to everybody that was involved in this project. But it's like I said, just an awesome job on Reynolds, and I definitely wanted to shout him out and say thank you so much, my friend. It's like I said, it's always a pleasure to support you, and I always will, man. I always try to support as many people as I can. Can't always do them all, but I mean, when I see something cool like that, that's just a little bit out of the box from everybody else, I'm definitely all over it, man. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Curtis in the chat trying to start some shit over here. Curtis says, if you had to pick one more overrated, Frank Frazetta or the Frazetta Girls action figures?
I don't have to pick one.
I don't necessarily think the Frazetta Girls action figures are overrated. I mean, they're not. They've just only been out for so long. I mean, I can't say they are overrated, but whatever.
Eric, did you want to do the other thing now before we move on?
Sure. This thing here.
Yeah. Did you receive a package? Something like that?
I did. Okay. So. Here we go. I just went to the mailbox and I received a package from my good friend Jonathan Doneth, and I don't know what this is.
There we go.
So let's see.
SDL exclusive. Eric LeBron with the Van Halen T-shirt on, opening a package live.
I thought this was retro, bro. You gotta go retro. Oh, you
should be playing Eruption in the background.
Son of a bitch.
What? I don't understand. What?
Okay, first off. Oh, wow. Okay. First off, Jonathan sent me a birthday card.
Happy birthday. There, have a She-Ra birthday. What's wrong with that?
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
You're welcome.
From Happy Birthday Late Night from your Bat Bros, Ryan and Jonathan. Thank you, friends. And what do we have here? Is this what I think it is, dude? Oh, wow.
Careful. There's a cord.
I got me an Odious.
Whoa.
Nice. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Thank you, dude.
Boom, baby.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome,
Enabled.
bro. That is awesome. Heck yeah, man. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Boom, enabled.
Yes, sir. Indeed.
Happy birthday, man. Sorry I didn't get there till just now.
No, it's all good. This is awesome, man. I truly appreciate this. This is awesome. Oh yeah, this is cool, man. This is really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, Late Night is a tough guy to get birthday presents for because he's had extensive collections throughout the years, but I knew he didn't have an Odious, and he's been into the Mezcos lately, and there's definitely a Mezco type feel with this guy. And again, Odious is the figure made by Unparalleled Universe, West Coast figure, West Coast guy, and will be a Legions Con this year. So I thought it made too much sense. So happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Much appreciated, man. This is definitely cool. And like I said, I know I am a hard person to buy for. But yeah, you hit it right on the money on this one, man. This is super, super cool. Odious in the house, baby. That's cool, man. That's real cool. Damn, this is a great looking figure too, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's awesome. About a million hands, soft goods, whole deal.
Yeah. Oh man, I appreciate this, man. This is really cool. And I don't know if I had my picture of maybe you don't, but it doesn't matter anyways. But as far as other pickups are concerned, I did receive my Hot Toys 89 Batman deluxe version, and it is fucking awesome. So yeah,
oh, yeah.
those are, yeah,
I got 2
super
pickups too, Hedgehog.
What's that?
I got a couple pickups.
Oh, cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
After
So
Batman.
yeah.
Don't
So
forget about Jesse.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I went before you, Jesse. We should
No.
let our guest go before
Here's your wait.
me.
Oh, all right. Okay. I guess I'm on screen now.
What do we
So
got?
I got the Beast Action, Best Action. I don't know what the hell it is. Loyal Subjects Jenica from the
Nice.
IDW Turtles comics line.
Very cool.
Very nice.
When you don't put vowels in your words in English, it's kind of hard to know what it's supposed to be. And then I got the Raph from the Stump Arena Archie Comics 4-pack. The all black kind of Spider-Man suit. That's it.
Very cool, man.
Pickups are pickups, bro. That's cool, man. Very cool.
Sweet. Curtis says he plans to get his first Odious at Legions Con for the exclusive.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm definitely excited to
It's
see
an
what that's going to
exclusive.
be, man. So I've heard. There might be an exclusive at Legions Con. So might be one of the tables you might want to get to first, along with all the customizers tables. Hint, hint.
Yeah, but yes.
Yeah. All right. Shall we get into RetroCon, guys?
Let's go.
Please.
All right. So I kind of wanted to intro. The whole point of this is I kind of want to give people a preview of RetroCon, what kind of convention it is, give people a feel for it. And I think the best way to kind of do that, to set the stage, is to take a look at some RetroCon memories. So I pulled some photos from past RetroCons. And as we sort of go through these guys, if you see stuff, hop in with whatever comments you want. But cool thing about RetroCon is it's a toy convention, but also has a bunch of other stuff for the whole family to enjoy. So it's like a family-friendly convention. There's all kinds of people walking around in full character suits. They have arcade and video game stations. So this was from 5 years ago. I think this was RetroCon 2019. These are my kids here, Chase and Grayson, minus 5 years. Chase loves the video games. So if you got kids or you're just like playing video games, you have that kind of stuff there.
It's a terrifying Pikachu.
You can
At
kind of
least-
like, you see inside of his mouth too.
Yeah, are those like gnarly teeth or?
I don't know. I think he's in prison now.
Oh my God.
Oh, I remember this year. With
yeah, they have like pop culture personalities. So this year they had Dan Larson and producer Greg was there. So that was the first time I got to meet Dan. That was pretty cool. Like I said, they have all kinds of Star Wars characters there. I don't know if they'll have the same group that they normally have there with all the Star Wars stuff. I sort of assume so, but
the 501st will be there. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I meant. This was actually my first haul from 5 years ago, which was a Marvel Legends Black Knight, 2 G.I. Joe figures, and a Superpowers Dr. Fate.
Nice.
Good haul then and now.
I don't know. This is not going to work, is it? Hold on. Actually, I wonder if... No, all right. So this was a little video that I embedded in the slideshow that had me in front of the Horseman table a couple of years ago. I don't know how to play it, actually. So, all right. We'll keep going. So this was RetroCon. This is post-pandemic now, 2022. This was the first time Four Horsemen Studios were there at RetroCon. Had the full table.
The only time they were there in official capacity.
Right.
It's been street team since. Yes.
Yep. But again, tons of cosplayers. And it's a really great show for retro toys. And I wanted
to let's start a mask collection.
Yes, see. So one thing I've been talking about with some homies is let's all go to RetroCon and buy a mask figure. Or a mask something. What do you guys think?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm in. I need the gator. I could go for the firecracker too.
So growing up, mask was a huge deal. It was really cool for a very short amount of time. But I never had any mask figures when I was a kid. But I did have a mask lunchbox that I got back to school shopping one year. Never ended up with mask figures. Now that I'm older, I have some mask stuff, but it's not a huge collection. So I think I'll be picking up something from Mask next weekend.
Let's
cool.
do it.
Yeah.
John, let's spend some time and hunt for mask figures together. We can video it and do our thing for the show.
Let's do it.
Bring me back something French.
Yeah, I admit I never collected or played with mask figures as a kid. Loved the cartoon, loved watching the cartoon, but I never got into the toy line.
I was a sucker for all figures that were like the 2.5-inch tall. I don't know why, but all of them: Mask, Air Commandos, Dino Riders, all that stuff. That was the best.
Yeah, I feel you.
Throw them in a pocket and you were good to go.
Here's some more characters from the 501st here. So tons of cool Star Wars stuff. They have cool places to take pictures. Again, lots of great vintage stuff here. They have, just like they have the 501st with Star Wars, they have another group that does G.I. Joe cosplay that comes every year, and they'll be there again this year.
The 13th Civil Division. That's part of the finest. That's the local division for the Pennsylvania area.
There you go. And then this was last year. Not only can you see great vintage toys and modern toys at RetroCon, you can meet cool people like Ryan and Amber Gonzalez, who are going to be there.
Yes, sir.
And in the background, you can see some of the great stuff at the Wolf King display from last year.
Yeah,
it looks like that's either Patrick Boyle or
it's Nate. Nate, and then Mark from the Maryland Toy Show.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
I meant the heads that Ryan's pointing at.
Oh, those are Nate's because I see Lorne. Okay. I see the Lorne head from Angel that he did.
Oh, okay.
Very true, Bill. Very true. Love walking around a con. Look at that guy.
Wow, I don't look terrified. That was after a long day and just worn out and beat.
Yeah, but they had
last year's RetroCon was a lot of work.
It was hot. It was a show. We were whooped.
But it was fun. Remember got there early on Saturday before opening. Everybody was lined up outside, and I went out with Anthony and the Gonzaleses and gave out some donuts to people in the line.
Yeah. My usual, I have to hit my local donut eatery. I grab a couple dozen, grab some donut holes. We go around. We gotta thank everyone that goes out there in advance. I mean, they really do their part. They get out there at 3 o'clock in the morning with their chairs and they hang out. And the least we could do is, feed them, keep them happy, and then they come right to us and we just continue the party all day long. So it's the little things. That's what makes this community great. They support us and we support them.
Yeah. And again, Anthony used a great word right there. It's kind of like a party for 2 days straight. So again, the convention itself is amazing, has all kinds of just row after row after row of all kinds of vendors of toys and pop culture items, pop culture personalities, different things like that. But in our area, and we're going to get into this in a little bit more detail in just a minute here, but there's a 4 Horsemen street team event, street team table with 4 Horsemen figures. Also, Wolf King Customs vending, Toy Forge vending, all kinds of cool stuff. Not just cool figures and 3D and custom parts to buy, also activities, giveaways, prizes. Here you've got a picture of some of the people in the community who won some prizes, some really cool prizes, including a freaking slog, which was given away last year, guys.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
See Raoul there. Speaking
there
of pop culture personalities, I got to meet Stan Bush.
And you got the touch.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
right. Got to say hi. Got to actually touch the man who sings The Touch, one of my favorite songs of all time, and got him to autograph a Transformers poster, which is right up there. I don't know if you can see it, if I'll be able to do this or not. There it is right there. Ugh.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Kathy Garver, who voiced Firestar in the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
So, John, fun fact back to Kathy. So my oldest daughter, Emily, came to the show last year just to meet her to get a Firestar autograph for her Marvel Legends figure.
She
awesome. Showed up.
You should have done that.
She showed up with a Firestar figure and a Firestar shirt that she found on eBay. And the two of them talked for like a half hour. They took the photo, did everything was great. We walked away. She goes, Dad, we forgot to pay. And I was like, all right, no problem. We'll go back and get squared away. Next thing you know, I turn around. There's Rose and Kathy's handler standing there going, we have a problem. And I went, yeah, we both just realized, and we went back and forth and we figured it was easy to find her because she's the only kid in the whole venue with a Firestar shirt. So we got squared away, but like we literally showed up and she started talking to her right away instead of like doing the exchange and going right into it. They both just fell in love and they were commenting back and forth on her being all dressed and the whole thing, but sweetheart of a lady.
Nice.
A touch too much. Yeah, she was super nice. And again, they had actually last year they had Bo and Luke, right? From the Dukes of Hazzard were there. Dukes of Hazzard were there.
Daisy Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and Daisy Duke.
Yeah, because they had the Jersey General there.
Yes, which is going to be there again this year. Yeah, and it's so in addition to the back in the area where they have the pop culture personalities doing photos and autographs and things like that, they also have like some cool vehicles. Like they'll have like the A-Team van, or like this year they're going to have again the Jersey General. Lee is going to be there. The Jersey General, that's just what we're calling it, I guess. And the there's going to be a DeLorean there, so very cool.
The Monkey Mobile was there before. There was a Munster Hot Rod. There's been all sorts of different vehicles.
Yeah, this year it says the Fall Guy replica truck, A-Team van, the Jersey General, and the Time Machine.
Ooh, the Fall Guy truck, one of my favorite trucks of the 80s, man. I love that show.
And then you'll see it's a street team event, but again, Len is in charge of the street team event for Four Horsemen Studios. So the display, of course, is going to be, off the chain. This is what it looked like last year, just stocked with all kinds of mythic legions, cosmic legions, some figura obscura probably. So like if you're in need of some legions figures or just want to check some out, this is the place to be. I mean, look at this display, guys. How cool is this?
Great looking
display. Put that in perspective. Like the height of that is like Big Greg tall on top of a table.
Yeah.
So like when you walked in from the venue, you could see it as soon as you walked in. And there was a rotating troll on top of that too, that spun around 360. It was quite an impressive display.
And Anthony's not talking about the figure. They just put me on top of it. And I just turned around and I was the rotating troll.
I will say it's the only time I've ever seen Greg look up was at
that
display.
I might have a picture of him looking up at it. It was quite impressive. Yeah,
that is an impressive display.
And then, of course, you have a lot of the great artists. Anthony's work is going to be there. Jesse's work is going to be there. All the artists that sort of work with, collaborate with Wolf King Customs will have things on display. So this was Nate's now famous, Robin Hood, the movie set of characters that was at RetroCon last year. And if you check out on my YouTube channel, which you're already on, I do have an interview I did with Nate at RetroCon last year that we posted, and we talked about some of this stuff. So that was pretty cool. And I forgot to mention a cool thing is that, Anthony talked about doing some live streams from the convention. We're going to be doing that again. So I'll be live streaming from the convention. Anybody that's there live, you get to hop on the live stream if you want to. I had a really cool opportunity because I got to do a first look review of Canox Vull before he came out live at the convention, which was very cool. Like the Horsemen sent Canox Vull with Joe Vassapolo to the convention to let me do the review of it. And literally we set up a table like right against the wall and guerrilla style, filmed the video right there. And it was very, very cool. So you never know what's going to happen at these conventions.
And was this Purple Gang Gang before Purple Gang Gang was Purple Gang Gang?
This is pre-Purple Gang Gang.
Pre-Purple Gang Gang. Yeah, very much so.
And this was me doing... Yeah, exactly.
This review might have inspired Purple Gang Gang, to tell you the truth.
Who knows? And this was in the video. I did a group shot of all purple figures. So there you go. See, you're welcome, community.
Or I'm sorry.
You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm hoping that we have the prize wheel again. Here we have Cookie. It happened to be his birthday last year, so presumably it
might fall on his birthday again all weekend.
You never know. Yeah.
I mean, it's really Cookie Con when you break it down.
Stop.
Okay, Jesse. All right.
No, stop.
Speaking of Big Greg, there he is. Had to take a picture with me, Big Greg, and a Wookiee. One time when Greg's in a picture and he's not the biggest one.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which brings us to this year. RetroCon 2024. We are ready to go. Again, let's dive into what we're going to see this year. Again, more than 300 plus tables. They have everything from vintage toys, modern toys, video games, cards, art, pop culture related things, all kinds of awesome stuff. Anthony, you've been to RetroCon a bunch of times. I got to run upstairs for a quick second. Can you just give the people a flavor of what they can expect at this convention?
So I have a quick question. Please. Before you start for you and Jesse. Do either of you currently or actively collect like vintage retro action figures? Yeah. And if you do, what are they?
You want to go first, Jesse? Because I've got a few. Or you
go ahead. Mine will be short.
All right. So Eric, you and I have talked before about my love of, and your love as well of Exo Squad. So I'm always on the hunt for new stuff here and there. For the most part, I've collected all that I want or need from it. So I'm pretty good that way. When it comes to finding a good vintage G.I. Joe version 2 rock and roll, I'll always grab one of those. That's my favorite Joe figure of all time. My son Tony has now gotten into Ninja Turtles, specifically the 2012 version. So we were at ZoloCon, the final ZoloCon at the Fuge 3 weeks ago, and we grabbed a bunch of those figures there. So we're looking for some of those. As Jonathan mentioned before, Mask, I do have a bunch of Mask figures and vehicles, so I'm always looking for them. It just kind of whatever just kind of catches your fancy. Again, like I said before, with the smaller figures, I have some vintage Starcom stuff. I have some Cops and Crooks stuff. A little bit of everything. It's more of a problem that I have a little bit of everything. So
as any collection can turn into, I agree. Yeah, definitely. Now, the vintage stuff that you do collect, this is all based on like nostalgia from your childhood, action figures you actually had and collected and played with as a child.
I played super hard as a kid, and none of my original stuff survived.
Right.
So between just myself, my brothers, and whatever, it's that what your value, what parents saw as a value or wasn't seen as a value at the time, nothing survived.
Right.
So now just rebuilding that out. Ronin Warriors is another one I've come across and built some stuff out with too. So like being born in 81, like I have that like early to mid 90s kind of run of toys. So it's like a really great time of where, you can get Star Wars all the way up to like King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. Like it's like really like where like my run kind of starts and stops kind of thing. So
I didn't realize I was older than you, Anthony.
Yeah, I'm the baby of our local group.
What year were you born, Jesse?
I mean, not that much older, but 79.
Yeah,
I'm older than you.
So.
Yep. Well, sorry, I got you guys all beat. So.
we didn't even get into talking about RetroCon yet, John. We were talking about see there, and that's my favorite Silverhawk, and I love that. Yeah. And now I'm tossed because now I saw that Super 7 announced he's coming out in the VAC metal, and I really don't know what I want to do. So I'm probably going to end up pulling the trigger on it.
Listen, speaking from experience, the first 2 Quicksilver, Steelheart, awesome.
Yeah.
Super
I saw Tony and I watched your review of it because Tony's been watching Silverhawks. We've been going through it together, and I think as much as I don't want to, I'm not going to snap it in half, my old one, but I'm going to probably end up grabbing it
for sure.
Yeah, the VAC metal ones are awesome, but I thought that was a cool question you asked, Eric, about like, there's a big vintage presence at this convention, so what kind of stuff might you be looking for? As I was going upstairs, I started running through in my own head, like, what am I going to be looking for? I mean, literally, like, I'm always at conventions. I'm always on the lookout for superpowers. That's one of the vintage collections that I still have some of my childhood versions, and it's a small enough line where I might be able to collect the whole line one day.
Yeah. So
definitely superpowers, Silverhawks, but honestly, anything 80s. Anything 80s I'm interested in. A year or so ago I've talked about this before at ToyCon. I picked up a couple of Bionic 6 figures, and like they're so cool. They were like and they were like in a bin, you know what I mean? Going through, and like I'm like, oh my god, these are Bionic 6 figures, and they were beat up a little bit, but like essentially GI Joe bodies with die-cast metal, translucent, like just cool shit. So Crystar. If there's some Crystar figures, I'll check those out, see if I can grab some of those. So, and then obviously I'm going to make it a point to pick up something Mask related. this year.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. How about you, Jesse?
I do collect. I'm not actively pursuing any vintage lines, but if I find something that's cool or like makes me nostalgic for stuff I had when I was a kid that I don't have anymore, I'll grab stuff, like these guys. Like I have a couple mask things on the shelf, but if I find a Silverhawk at a decent price or, some adventure, like loose adventure people, and they can be like chewed up, whatever. I just want to have something that I had from when I was a kid to kind of represent those things still. So adventure people, I know Silverhawks are like crazy pricey for the classic ones.
Yeah.
A Starcom would be cool. And I have one Sky Commander from when I was a kid that I still have. I'd like to get another one that has maybe a little bit of his accessories or something, because he just has the little no longer bungee cord attached to him. But yeah.
Very cool. Sky Commanders is something I'd love to grab too. I just remember them when I was a kid. I remember them having like the coolest commercials, like just like
the kid with the room that had all the zip lines going all the way through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool.
Jordan making a good point here. Pre-Purple Gang Gang, the YouTube show, Purple Gang Gang existed before that. So Jordan was running around these conventions decked out in purple way before that.
Sorry. Joe Vasapolo says it right here, and I totally forgot.
There you go.
He called me out on it. I typically get a Battle Beast at every show. He is correct. I have quite a run of them now.
It's funny. I had no knowledge of Battle Beasts until I became part of this community. I never knew what those were. I had never heard of them before. I think maybe I heard of them, but I definitely never was into them or anything and knew nothing about them.
Pocket figures, man. What was the other one? Monster in My Pocket. That was another great run.
Whoa. It's not 9 o'clock yet, Anthony. Hold on a second. Well, wasn't it like I remember like am I making this up? The Battle Beast commercial and theme song, like Battle Beast, like I feel like I'm making it up now.
Yeah, keep going. Battle Beast.
I don't
Battle
remember
Beast. Battle Beast. Battle Beast. Yeah, great song.
I'm trying to sing the Battle Beast song, but then I feel like that what I'm going to actually sing is the song from Battle Sores from Toy Story That Time Forgot. I don't know if you're familiar with that, which is also awesome.
Yeah, when I like I said, when I asked the question too, because it's just like, I mean, coming from my age group, I mean, what we think is vintage, goes, especially now to the dates we are now, or we look back. I mean, anything that's 10 years old is vintage in a sense, as far as action figures are concerned. So I mean, we could look back to 30, 40 years back to, vintage Kenner Star Wars, to the very first 3 3/4 G.I. Joes, to, 1982 when He-Man, the Masters of the Universe was introduced, to, I think of like vintage, like you said, Silverhawks, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, the list goes on and on. But as far as like, even stuff that was more current, like some of the old Todd McFarlane Spawn series figures. I mean, I view those as vintage figures now, in package, mint on card, whatnot. If you could find them in great condition, I mean, that to me is a vintage line if you have it, you know what I mean? So just kind of a roundabout of what people collect out there, or what's
great about this show, Eric, is that everything you just mentioned will be at RetroCon.
Nice. Yeah. And like I said, even if you're not buying anything and you're just a toy,
you can just walk for nostalgia purposes and just look at it.
Just for this nostalgia.
Pick it up, look at it. Oh, I remember having this as a kid, and put it back down and move on to the next one. I mean, there's a lot of people that just look at stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's actually like, I mean, sometimes we were talking before about like things that you might actually be on the lookout for, but really at conventions, really what I try to do is I just kind of like explore, see what's out there. And it's kind of like whatever the thing is that sort of catches your eye. And there's always something that's like, it's either something that you haven't seen in a long time or something that you've never seen before. Like at a convention, I'm always looking for something that I've never seen before. But yeah, like I said before. So that was it. Battle Beast. Yeah.
There's your song.
That's not enough to be copyright stricken.
Exactly.
Like we said before,
canceled again.
Tons of pop culture personalities, so you can go and like grab some photos, autographs. Night of the Comet, Kelly Maroney, who I think was also from Chopping Mall. A couple of actors from The Last Starfighter.
Oh, that's awesome. Lance Quest.
Yeah.
Right? That's guests from freaking Last Starfighter. That's awesome.
I think they're doing a special screening of that on Saturday night or Sunday night, maybe.
That
Possibly.
right,
I mean, the Regal's right there, so it might be.
That's so.
I don't think it's part of specifically RetroCon, but it's happening.
Yeah, kind of like the concerts that happen, like Cybertronic Spree.
Yeah.
And of course, Mouth and Potsy from Happy Days. The actors are going to be there. No Fonzie, though, unfortunately. And then Lee Majors and Lindsay Wagner, the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman, both there together.
That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah. That's pretty awesome, dude.
So here's like the full panoply of the different pop culture people they're going to have there. One thing that jumps out to me, the Nasty Boys are going to be there. We'll see how nasty they are.
Ask for Pity City.
Wait, wrong way. Also, like I said, tons of different activities. They have costume contests. So besides like the people that are there in an official capacity, like the 501st and the G.I. Joe cosplayers, attendees always bring a ton of cosplay energy there. They have costume contests. So, Jesse, what cosplay are you going to be doing?
Yes.
Functioning,
or set. My costume is going to be semi-functioning adult human.
We would welcome some mythic related costumes for JesseCon. We think that'd be pretty cool, right, Jesse?
Sure. If you want to come to RetroCon or the Mythic Meetup in a costume, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we're going to get to in just a second, that especially on Sunday, there's going to be some prizes, some games, some giveaways, and some activities. I'm just saying, somebody that shows up in a Mythic cosplay, that might be prize-worthy.
Yeah.
They also have a weird toy contest. So if you can bring whatever your weirdest toy is, and you can win a freaking Mondo Skeletor, among other prizes, including this Optimus Prime here, and then the Transformers TMNT collab over here. Thoughts, guys?
I had that in my hand today, and I'm just waiting for it to go on clearance.
$50, right? $50.
Yeah,
they're shelf warming right now for sure.
Yeah, I'll wait for the 30. It's a $30 figure.
It's big enough where like you'll have fun with it. Like, it would be fun to have.
Doesn't it have like different options so you could make it any of the four turtles?
All four of the figures, and it could be its own. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll wait for it to go on clearance, and then you have to buy 5 of them so you can have all four, and then the 5th turtle. Yeah.
Or you could just bring a really weird turtle and get third in this contest.
There you go.
And to the meat in our RetroCon meal here. The delicious what?
I don't know why.
Yeah. It's an MEAT up. Yeah.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to give the people our meat. First of all, it's a meetup.
It's going to be a gas bar sausage. We broke Jesse. Someone record it. Go full screen. Put them up on the full screen.
There you go. There you go.
Where's the meats? It's all about it, man.
Boom, enabled.
Oh boy.
See what you get, Jesse. See what you get.
You're welcome, Purple Gang Gang.
There you go. You got another one there if you needed one. But here we go. So getting back to like the stuff that's more like us centered, which I know Jesse's a big fan of, especially the stuff that centers on him.
I like us, not me centered.
So again, on Saturday, it's the regular show. Actually, hold on a second. We've got another special guest, Ryan Gonzalez in the house. What's up, Ryan?
What is going on?
Welcome. Yeah, so here, let's pull this down just for a quick second. Ryan, were you at a special event today?
Yes. G's wife put together a little surprise get together for his birthday.
And classic way, Echeverria.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I believe it is pronounced Gaisagwe
No notes.
Very nice.
No notes. No notes.
Very nice.
No notes.
Suck it, Ted Pool.
Happy birthday, G, wherever you are, my friend. Hope he's having fun. Was he surprised? It was a surprise party, right?
Oh yeah, dude. He was, as soon as we rolled up, he was super emotional, all over the place. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's really cool, man.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make it. I wanted to go, but we had some commitments going on during the day.
Ryan, did you eat what I asked you to eat?
No, I don't think they had. They had some great food. I'm not gonna lie, it was awesome, but they didn't have what you told me to ask for.
All right, well, we'll get it done one day. Don't worry.
You probably needed a secret code word.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But welcome, Ryan. You came in at the perfect time because we are now hitting on some of like the key stuff we want people to know about RetroCon next week. Again, Saturday, the show is going to be going on all day long, all the different contests and stuff that are there. Swing through. You can pick up some Legions figures, some custom parts. You can come hang out. And on Sunday, special event, the Mid-Atlantic Mythic Meetup, a.k.a. MAMU, okay, where there's going to be a painting session, prizes, pop and swap session, hangouts, and more. And you can see that there's going to be representatives from the Toy Forge. Anthony, anybody coming from the Toy Forge or no?
I know a guy or two.
All right. Nate Armstrong's going to be there. Me, Hedgehog, that's me. Patrick Boyle. Jesse's going to be there. Len himself is going to be there running the Horseman Street Team table. Jesse running the Wolf King table. And I believe Tickle Fights.
No.
Ryan, does Amber have a logo so that we can put her logo up there for next event?
I don't believe so. I told her she needs to get one, though.
She needs a logo so we can put her up to advertise it for future events.
There you go.
Yes, I agree.
And am I right? We're getting Jordan and Van at RetroCon. Is that correct?
That is correct. The Purple Gang Gang is infecting JesseCon.
Welcome, guys. We'll try to do some live streams. Oh, Jordan says he can't go. All right.
What?
That's a lie. It's a lie.
Well, Joe says he's gonna battle against the Tickle Fights with the Tickle armor. Fair point. Also, like I said before, Wolf King Customs gonna have all the goodness ready to go. Jesse, anything you wanted to talk about as far as the Wolf King table?
The Wolf King table, we'll have a new variety of stuff. I know Len has been, redoing all his bins and everything since the last show we were at, which was Maryland Toy Expo back at the beginning of June. So he's reorganizing that. So there'll be different stuff there than there was before. Some of the same stuff. And like this right here, $5 head sculpts for almost all heads. There will be some that are not part of that $5. Like anything that's, Brian C. or Mark Rivera and maybe some other stuff, they'll be in a separate section. But like the regular Wolf King stuff will be $5. Accessories, 2 for $8. And that's to stuff that's there in person at the show. Yeah, I mean, he's always got great deals going on the website anyway. So, you can always check that if something you want isn't there. I don't know if the Legion shop heads that are migrating to Wolf King are going to be at the show or not. I don't know what parts he's going to have. But I know there's a bunch of new ones. You talked about his the Wolf King website earlier. There's a bunch of new old Legion shop stuff that has been added to the site recently as well. So
cool.
That kind of hits a lot of it, and a lot of cool stuff to see. Patrick, Nate, myself, and some other folks' stuff will be there. Have stuff on display, some stuff, painted stuff for sale from us, and that sort of thing. So
yeah. Also, SDL exclusive. I need to get a drop for this. SDL exclusive. I have just been put in possession of the Jesse cosplay that we were alluding to earlier. I've got it right now, and I'm going to reveal this to the world. I believe I have Jesse's okay with this.
I have no idea what you're about to see. So
this is amazing. You guys got to get to RetroCon to see this in action. I cannot wait to see it. This is just a preview of what you can see at RetroCon. Here it is. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Holy crap.
Yes.
Jesse, you've outdone yourself.
God damn.
Yes, you have.
Been working out.
Something got done.
Some things got done.
Some things got done, yeah. Jesse,
whoever this actual cosplay performer is or whatever, I'm very sorry that your body has my face on it.
I mean, I think it looks good. There. Oh yeah, go for it, Ryan. The real question, I think that everybody's thinking right now, Jesse. So at RetroCon, how much would it be for a photo with you in the pose?
What pose?
Come on, Jesse. The pose, the rogue pose. Come on.
Oh, the apocalypse.
Yeah.
See, that I've only become aware of that as a thing in like the last couple of years, so that's not like a thing for me.
That's not a no. That's not a no. Right?
Pay off all my debt.
Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself.
I might be able to afford that.
I don't know. I'm pretty irresponsible.
So there you go. As if you needed another reason to go to RetroCon, you can see Jesse's Rogue. I didn't even know this was a Rogue cosplay at first. I thought this was just a really sweet outfit. But yes, Jesse's Rogue cosplay confirmed for RetroCon. Card subject to change. So, really cool, Jesse. Thank you.
Can't wait.
Violated.
That's gonna live rent free in my head.
That's gonna leave a mark. That's gonna leave a mark.
That I don't like that.
Well done. I think
another shower.
I think we all know who you have to thank for that. Curtis Ackerman, thanks for the super chat. Curtis says, check your messages, Hedgehog. I did.
I wonder if that was the picture that you just showed.
What? Jordan says, Jesse, you're well fit, yo. Fair enough. We said this before, but Trevor said, that's a man, baby. All right. Again, Mid-Atlantic Mythic Meetup, Mamu. Next to the Four Horsemen table on Sunday. But Mythic would work, though, right? Just another
but
M. It's fine, though.
Cosmic and Figure Obscura as well. And that just gets clunky. So it's just...
You know what, Jesse? It's not all about you.
I was just saying, can't you just let him have it?
You already have the con named after you.
Yeah,
I picked this name. This is the name I gave it.
So we're having Mamu on Sunday. So there's a schedule and everything.
There is.
Sponsored by Wolf King Customs and the Toy Forge. So 12 p.m. So the convention starts at what, 9 or 10, I think, in the morning. Like most,
I think 10 on Sunday.
10.
Yeah.
12 p.m. Legions 101. Jesse Arnold part exchange to follow. Jesse, clue us in on this. Chat me up. What's going on at 12 p.m.?
So the Legions 101 is kind of it's going to be meant mainly for people who are not using the copyrighted term here, but new to Legions, Cosmic Mythic Figure Obscura, new to the Horseman stuff, whether they got their first figure at this show or recently. And because a couple of years ago at Legions Con, we had that whole pop and swap thing with Wolf King, and a bunch of people helped guide people through doing the pop and swap, and so many people who were already fans didn't know how the pop and swap stuff worked. They'd never taken figures apart. So this is going to be kind of a little bit of a demo of that. Hopefully going to have some exploded view figures, a couple of figures that are like in shadow boxes, like blown apart, so you can see where all the different segments are. And just kind of talking through a little bit, not a lot of the lore and stuff, but just a little bit about Cosmic and Mythic Legions and Figure Obscura, and just kind of like introducing people to it, what you can do with it, or if you just want to pop and swap, or if you want to paint and get into all the stuff, just give everybody the lowdown on all the possibilities.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
And the part exchange is inspired by the Chris James, the part swap that he set up at Legions Con last year. There was a little bit of it at IshCon. I know some of the other places have had it, but it's going to be that kind of thing where I can't remember. Anthony, I know you're in the chat. Did we figure out how people are getting to bring stuff in, or is that we're just assuming it's okay? I don't
Say that again, Jesse.
With people bringing in parts for the part swap. We're not.
Sure.
I don't remember where we left that. Sometimes there's a lot of chat in that convo with everybody, but it's essentially just going to be not selling parts, but like hey, I got an armored leg. Here's a skin leg. Part swapping. So just be a little bit of that, as people are hanging out, and then the next segment starts.
1 p.m. paint demo with Patrick Boyle and Nate Armstrong, two of the more accomplished painters in our community here, two of the more creative painters in our community, doing a paint demo right there at the convention. Like, you don't get that a lot, man. You really don't get that type of activity. Really cool thing to take part in, right?
Yes. Yeah, I know. Nate was attached. I don't know what his plan is, or if he's just going to help Patrick, but I know Patrick is going to be doing, showing off some of his that wood pattern he does, like on the shields and stuff. Yeah, his wood technique to make these. Like, he'll take the plastic Mythic Legion spears, paint the handles up to look like it's an actual like wooden spear.
Tell us more, Pat.
Easy there, Pat.
Yeah, tell us more. Full wood demo promised by Patrick Boyle. So we're gonna get a look at all of Pat's wood Sunday, Mid-Atlantic Meetup. Sorry, I keep wanting to say Mythic.
You can say it. I was just being
Pat and Nate. And throughout, I've got a little fun crew. We're calling us the fun crew. Myself, Steph Orkin, Amber and Ryan Gonzalez are going to be roaming through all of the activities that are going on. And we're going to be doing some Legions trivia. So I'm going to have like a little microphone myself, with Legions trivia. Anybody that has the answer, if you have the right answer, you're going to get a prize. Just, Legions related games, things like that. Again, sponsored by Wolf King Customs and the Toy Forge. Just going to be a super cool, fun time. All of us just to hang out. Trevor confirming there will be wood. Rick Jones says full wood. Pat says participants will get wood. This is fantastic. Wood at the meetup. Thank you very much, Anthony. Jordan says, yeah, Knights of the Morning Wood. So a lot of fun going on Sunday.
Just don't get a splinter.
And now we have a very special portion of the show. Anthony, we're going to have a sneak peek at some of the stuff that might be at RetroCon. Is that right?
Yeah. Hopefully all goes well. I can have it in time. That's the plan.
All right. So first off, talk us through a bit of some of these guys.
Nice.
Yeah. So I have a love of octopus and the Kraken idea. And I know, obviously, a lot of people, first glance, you take a look at that and you think from Pirates of the Caribbean, but I wanted to go a little bit more space-like for it, more of like a Mon Calamari, but, you know, a little bit extra on the tentacles. So this is my Captain Calamari, spelt with a K. But he's more of like a crusty sea captain. So he comes, the head is by itself, and he comes with alternate hats. So the hats just pop off and on. So you'll get the head with two different hats. So you can change them out as you want. And underneath, I have what we're calling our Dwarf Skelly head. So we're going to debut at RetroCon 2 new heads with the different parts and pieces there. So I'm pretty excited for that. We did give a set of that away on Purple Gang Gang show the other week. And Mr. Dub himself won it. So I'll be able to hand that to him in person. So we'll be putting them out there for everyone. I'm curious to see what everyone's able to do with their paint jobs and kind of go from there.
Right. It's a fantastic looking sculpt, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Diago Conti killed it.
Yeah.
And
that's a great looking sculpt.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. And I painted one already. And one of the big things I love is, you know, and I've gone back to the drawing board with some sculpts with him. You know, if paint doesn't take, like if it just doesn't catch spots or whatever, we'll go back and try to figure out. You hit that primer on it and it just flows and catches everything just right where you need it to go. And this one just does it well. And I know that the tentacles technically should be facing on the inside, but you're not going to see that detail. So I wanted to have it on the outside because it's space and just because whatever, it's more fun that way.
No, great choice on that. Great choice on that. I love that.
Thank you.
I love how they're out there like that. So cool.
And then with the dwarf skull, what's awesome about this is we have it as the base. So now what it allows us to do is design different beards, different hair, different whatever as a base level for it going out forward, which will allow us to do some fun stuff for Legions Con. So as the skeletons and everything come out that way, at least it gives us my version of a, shocker, something for the dwarf fans, something that way.
Very cool, bro. Very cool.
Thank you.
So confirmed, you can definitely get some head at RetroCon. Just come to the Toy Forge table.
Little head. So yeah, there's the dwarf skull. Yeah.
I like that.
So
yeah.
How badass does that look? This feels very Willow to me. I gotta be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, there it is, all painted up and everything. It was a breeze to paint.
Very cool.
Very cool indeed.
And then these are some of the new dwarf heads from Jason Rodriguez. They are super cool. The big thing for me right now is to try to stay on task and just print and finish my customs that I have now and not want to stop and paint every one of them. Yeah. The one with the dreads on the back pulled back, I think that is just like the coolest one ever. And then the one with the crown, eventually I'll probably make one as an exclusive for the Kings Under the Mountain and do the King crown logo inside of that as the jewel piece.
Very cool.
So yeah, so we'll have them there. We'll have them at, I'm printing out a bunch of them. So guys just want them, let me know. We'll be able to get them in your hands right away. They're amazing. Every time he turns around, he keeps cranking out more and more high quality stuff. The details just keep getting better and better every time.
Yeah, that guy's a phenom sculptor, dude. He's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he puts out some great parts, man. Super dope, dude.
Yeah. And so these actually are a start. We're going to see the catalog of my customs that I will have for sale at LegionsCon, but to just put it out there for everyone, I'm going to start them as a pre-sale at RetroCon. So if you happen to get there now, it's kind of an early exclusive. If you're, opportunity to get there, if you want to grab something now, you can be able to do it. As you can see, a couple of them kind of already went to a couple people that, have strongly supported me throughout the years. My dwarf in a boat. There are a couple pictures from Instagram the other day I put out there. That one went quickly, as well as my Asian inspired dwarf. But yeah, I'll have them. The price ranges are going to be anywhere between $130 and $300. The most expensive one actually is gone. So now they're going to be anywhere between $130 and $250. I figure I want to try to put them in a price range that's affordable for the fans. There's a lot of great, amazing customs that are out there. But I really want everyone to be able to come home from LegionsCon with an opportunity to grab a little bit of something from everyone. So this is my way of saying thank you to everyone for being a part of this amazing community. So grab something from Eric's table, grab something from Jesse's table, grab something from my table, and be able to come back and just say, man, this is, my community artwork that I have. And there's several more pages of some of my catalog that I have for parts. Yep. Skeleton Dwarf, as you can imagine, we have a local skeleton fan, Brett Stoddart. In case you haven't appreciated his photography lately, he didn't waste any time on seeing that one. So might have to make another one for the show. And as you can imagine, there's a lot of dwarfs in my catalog. So, they all range from
never too many
pop and swaps and gluing pieces and soft goods and it's been a fun year putting all these together. So, and I would say 90% of these were made in the past year. So
awesome.
And like I said, I'm staring at 10 more that I need to try and finish up for the show. So I'll add more to this as we go on.
You're muted, bud.
Jonathan's muted.
Van requested the intro again. We will play the intro again. Real quick, a few more things to go through, but I did promise a giveaway.
Yeah.
We're going to give away a gold night.
Nice.
We're going to give away a gold night. A gold night to celebrate RetroCon. And the hashtag is going to be, to no one's surprise, RetroCon. RetroCon, which as I was clicking the button, I was like, I wish I had made it JesseCon.
I'm glad you didn't.
Actually, you know what? Screw that. It's not going to be RetroCon.
Yeah. While you're doing that, Jeff Evans asked, is the Blue Dragon dwarf size? It's not, but if you message me, we can make it dwarf size. That's easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Make it a dwarf size. Just let me know.
Doodaloo, 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 doodaloo. JesseCon.
Now it's
hashtag JesseCon. So just kidding. It's not hashtag RetroCon. It's hashtag JesseCon for your chance to win a gold night in celebration of RetroCon, an awesome, awesome, awesome convention to continue us down the road towards LegionsCon. So there you go. I'll put that in a banner in just a second. JesseCon for the gold night. And here's a few more really, really cool customs. Any words on these, Anthony?
Yeah, I mean, so the top one there, the lion head, actually John Caulfield from your Legions fame, painted that one. That was a cool piece I was able to put together. The wizard in top right is from Strupp Family Crafts. So that's the dark wizard there. Purple war orc down there, and then a pretty cool 2.0 battle elf that I have as well. So
the orc, is that like a kind of like a glove lion piece?
Yeah, so that I took some parts from a Kratos figure from God of War. So he's got a big war glove on there, and he's got his swords actually on the back of that as well.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah. And this year I'm starting a new campaign calling it the Dwarf Star Mining Company. Local Union 1999 is a little throwback to the start of the studio, their 25th anniversary. So if anyone's interested in joining the union, let me know. We can come up with a cool logo for you guys. I know Chris Huggins has started his own little galactic mining company. So and with that, we've been working on some cool customs, and I've been having a blast making cosmic dwarfs. There's a couple to start off, and I've been integrating lighting in all of them. So they're trying to get creative in different ways to hide them. I know the blue one, obviously, it's a little interesting where the lights go on them, but with the way that those pieces popped out of there, really didn't have much of an option. It seemed like that was the most ideal spot for them to go.
Nothing wrong with that.
And cool part for the glove, the rotating claw from Rogue Printing, Kevin Olson, and the claw actually spins and rotates freely.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
like
it's badass, man.
Very cool.
And Jonathan, you're muted. Jonathan, you're muted. There you go.
Yeah, I'm back. No, I'm back. I try to save you when I'm moving stuff around with my lights and stuff. So explain again. So these come through as kits? Like how does this? How are
no, I'm building them out myself. I'm taking. So for Cosmic, I've made the conscientious decision that I'm not going to collect Cosmic in its original form. I'm probably just going to use it for customizing how I want to see it. And it's just going to be what comes to mind. So right now for me, it's doing a lot of like the cool dwarf. Yeah, obviously a lot of the dwarven stuff. So we're going to go that route. So I've done a few custom dwarves already. I've sold one off before. I have a couple more. So I'll just be putting together whatever catches my fancy. So I want to build a squad out for this of thinking 4 to 6 characters in the company. I need to build a cool diorama out for it for them to be working on an area. Maybe I'll just enlist Jesse to build me a sweet. I saw your eyes light up there. I didn't get that to you yet, but I might enlist you to build me a cool space asteroid cave area for them to do the work on it. So
okay,
no rush,
Super cool.
Still got a few more to do. And actually, I was trying to finish up the one. Today, I've got the core drilling guy.
Oh,
so he's
cool.
got a full.
He's insane.
He's got a full rig.
That's awesome, dude.
Even the rig lights up.
Come on.
That's great.
That's badass, dude.
Hell yeah.
So in a previous life, before I got into where I do now for a living, I spent 5 years heavy highway or 10 years heavy highway construction, but 5 years slab sawing and core drilling. So I would use the big, 60-inch core drills. Like it would be a drill bit like this, but it was like 60 inches in diameter. Or I would use the big saw blades that were like 72 inches in diameter, cutting up concrete and asphalt. So I'm familiar with a lot of these tools. So I'm going to now create bits and pieces for this multi-tool attachment. So like the miner team is going to have all kinds of crazy parts and pieces to go with that. So so this is my driller. So he'll be drilling out the parts and the pieces, and then I'll have a miner, and then the first guy is the supervisor. So now I'm thinking I'm going to want to have an engineer / safety officer, and then a few more other guys to outfit the team. So
when you're putting together this, the driller in particular, which is like a show-stopping piece, kind of like, do you know what you want to do like when you start out, or like did you start out like making the drills smaller and like trial and error? Like how did you get from idea to where it's at now?
Yes.
Fair enough.
It kind of on the fly. So like the things like colors kind of changed. Originally, I was thinking maybe I was going to use like the Walter figure and maybe do some of the orange. But then I was looking at the yellow on the drill, and I thought maybe, well, the yellow still works well with like when you think of like the construction vehicles and you see like the yellow on those. So I thought, all right, well, that'll just be kind of cool as a cool piece to go that way. And then for the lighting, just kind of run it through. There's a lot of those at night, because I used to do a lot of night work, when you see how the lights would go through like on the different pivot parts. So, trying to figure out where I could get it to where it would be, you could use something safely. If you're in there working in a dark spot to be able to see what you're doing. It made sense to kind of have it where I did. And then like on the back of this one, I took a McFarlane Batman, a Hazard Batman. He had an air tank. So I just took the tank and then drilled out a hole and put another one of the lights in there. And I've just been dyeing the inside of the clear tube different colors. So like one's an orange one, one's a yellow one. I'll probably do some red or things like that, and just kind of go into town. So in terms of the colors, I do have an ongoing theme of like coppers, some blues. So a lot of that will be integrated through there, but then they'll all have their own individuality with them as well.
Cool. And can you just check your messages real quick? I just want to run one thing by you real quick.
Yeah. No, we'll do that at the show on Sunday. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. But leave me alone is okay, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Can I don't have any slides. Can I show something, Jonathan?
Hell yeah, dude.
Please.
So this goes right along with Anthony's Mastodon skull. So this is a character in progress.
Yeah. Awesome.
Dude, that's sick.
So if you were at Legions Con last year, I had my my kind of African grasslands animals team. So this is one of their adversaries. So he was a former Trollifant who has given up so much of his life essence that he has shrunk down in size because he's so evil. That's using one of the, I think that's a Rodriguez head from Wolf King. Here's this mushroom head. That's one of the was one of the special kits from Wolf King. The bundle kits. The color's not showing up, but that is the altar body. So it's like the purple. This was a lot of fun. The head is already spoken for, but it will be a fully realized character at the show. One of Badger folk dwarf. Anthony, there you go. Got a dwarf scale badger for something that I'm working on for Legions Con, but I'm using a lot of Wolf King animal parts for it. I think I shared this. I shared this in the Cabal, the Cosmic Cabal the other day, but I'm working on a couple of.
That's killer looking.
Gunner.
You really match those colors really good.
Yeah, it's spot on.
I still got all the details and stuff to do, but I've got the ape head, and I also have one of the oh man, that's on there real good. One of the crew helmets.
Very cool.
I was originally going to do that one in the red, but the red I had didn't work. But I've since got the right color red, and there's one of those kind of like necrotic aliens. Again, camera's not picking up the colors, but that's painted to match AS. So I think that's it for what I have. Oh, I do have something super special. It's super special to me. Something I've been wanting to do for a while. Since Anthony showed something a little early, I'm going to show this. I'm working on a female centaur using the Phobos body, one of the female chest adapters for the 1.0 torso.
Shout out to
Mythic Bits. Yep. A Vorga head that I had to file and shave down to fit the Lee helmet on, and I glued some hair pieces onto the back, so I got to do some sculpting and stuff, but hopefully we'll have a fully realized female centaur to go with.
Femtar. I like it.
I sent Jonathan a picture. I don't know if you got a logo. I don't know if you got it or able to pull that up. So I showed the lettering of this on Shooting the Shelf last Sunday night. But this is a concept thing for me. There's nothing to buy. This is I do so many animal and critter based characters that I didn't want to just like put everybody into the flock. And sometimes the characters just don't feel like they belong in other factions. So I created this kind of catch-all place to put all of my kind of woodland creature characters into this place called Hearthwood. It is a world within worlds that is deep in some enchanted forest. Is this woodland area where all these critters live peacefully, and it's watched over by this giant purple oryx, which is a prehistoric type of cattle. So thanks to Dirk letting me on to where to find a giant cow and actually helping me get a hold of one, I will have this character along with the Dio center central Dio at my Legions Con table will be this concept.
Cool.
Very cool.
Very cool, man. All right, good stuff. Want to give away a toy?
Let's do it.
Do it.
Again, we're giving away Gold Knight. And the hashtag is #JesseCon. Pull up the
I
screen.
got conned.
22 entries. Good odds. Last chance if you want to win this Gold Knight 2. Gold Knight 2, just to be clear. It's Gold Knight 2. It's not the first one. Gold Knight 2 ready to go in 3, 2, 1.5, 1.25. Go.
Good luck.
There's music playing in my head.
What is it?
It's absolutely no rhythm. I don't know. It's just sounds.
Jeremy Govier, what's going on, man?
Woohoo!
Congratulations. Gold Knight 2 is yours. Jeremy, I don't think you've won before. Please message me on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook's probably the easiest, though. He's still here. Congratulations, Jeremy.
Congrats.
Get me your address, and we will send that out to you this week. We'll have to block Curtis temporarily here.
There's always a sore loser in the house.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that's it. RetroCon 2024. Any final thoughts before we sign off here, guys?
Be there.
Stay hydrated too. Please wear deodorant. Please.
wear deodorant. Please stay hydrated. Again, really, it is. I do want to hype it up because it's a really great convention. It's going to be a ton of fun. And it's a 2-day convention. You can really make an experience out of it. You know, there's places to eat around there too. So you can go out to lunch, you can come back. Again, we've got all the activities going on Sunday for the Mid-Atlantic Meetup, MAMU, at RetroCon. So I hope to see as many of you as possible there. Eric, we will miss you, my friend.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll see you at RetroCon 2025.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully. That'd be really cool because it sounds like an awesome show to get to, for sure.
It's really cool. Lots of really cool stuff. Lots of cool people to hang out with. It's a really fun time.
Heck yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right, so I guess we'll leave it there, guys.
Real quick, if I can call this out real quick, I don't know why you have to silence Curtis. I didn't see him say anything negative there.
I was making a joke about Curtis. And what he said earlier about sending out the
I saw the boo comment. I'm like, that wasn't Curtis.
No. But yeah, so RetroCon 2024 is going to be an awesome time. I hope to see you guys there. Don't forget, we're signing off right now. It's 8:07. Purple Gang start at 9:00. That should be a fun show as well. I'll be checking into that as well. They're going to be talking RetroCon in their own inimitable style with Len LaGuardia. Should be a ton of fun. Thank you, everybody who stopped in and chatted with us or hung out with us a little bit tonight. I super, super appreciate it. We look forward to this every week. And it means a lot. It means a lot also to all the people that watch it on the replay and leave comments afterwards. It really helps a lot. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We are dangerously close to 700 subscribers, on our way to 1,000. Very excited for that. Thank you again for that. Thank you, Anthony, and thank you, Jesse, for joining us on Saturday Day Live. Easy for me to say.
It was awesome, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Sure, let me take this off. But for now, we will leave you until next time. No Saturday Day Live next week, remember, because we'll be at RetroCon, but we will be live streaming multiple times from the convention. So tune in. Please hit the notification bell because I'll try to announce the live streams beforehand, but we're going to be at a convention, so we'll probably just go guerrilla style sometimes and just go live. So please hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. Can't wait to see you then. And until then, don't forget the #1 rule, which is
be cool.
Later.
Be cool.